Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss about biotechnology. So biotechnology is a combination of two words, bio and technology. Bio comes from the word biology and technology is the implementation of technology. So if we define biotechnology, it is a field in which the biological agents and their components have been extracted and used for the generation of useful products. It can also be defined as integration of natural science and organisms, cells, parts, molecular analogs for products and services. So if we discuss about three critical research area of biotechnology, three critical research area of biotechnology, then the first area comes here is the catalyst. So for catalyst, providing the best catalyst in form of microbes, providing the best catalyst in form of microbe or pure enzyme. Right? Second is what? Second is a downstream processing technologies. Second is basically downstream processing technologies. Downstream processing technologies. Now, if I ask, now what is downstream processing technology? It is the process of recovering and purifying biosynthetic products from natural resources. So downstream processing is what? How can you define downstream processing? It refers to recovery, and purification of, refers to recovery and recovery and purification of biosynthetic products. And third is creating optimal conditions through engineering for a catalyst to act. For this catalyst to act, we need optimal conditions. We need what? Optimal condition. So this optimal condition is also maintained. Right. So these are certain critical research areas of biotechnology. Now in next slide we will see the applications of biotechnology. So if we discuss applications of biotechnology, if we see the applications of biotechnology, biotechnology is applied everywhere. In agriculture, then in transgenic animals, production of transgenic products or animals, right? Then medicines, and next is the ethical issues. Ethical issues, right? So when we talk about agriculture, what does it mean? In agriculture, we can see BT cotton, production of BT cotton, right? Then we can see BT cotton, then we can see golden rice. How this should be golden rice. BT cotton, golden rice, then flavor saver tomato, flavor saver tomato, then RNA interference, RNA interference, right? If we talk about Transgenic animals, creation of transgenic animals. Now if we see medicines, here it includes production of humulin, right? Then it includes gene therapy, molecular diagnosis. Gene therapy and what? Molecular diagnosis. Molecular diagnosis. Right? Now we will discuss in detail the applications in agriculture. So what is the application in agriculture? If we discuss the application in agriculture, basically in agriculture it helps in the production of crops, helps in production of crops that shows resistance to abiotic stress, that shows resistant to abiotic stress, right? That shows pest resistance, right? Increase efficiency of nutrients, increase efficiency of minerals, high efficiency of minerals, high nutritional value, high shelf life, or increase shelf life, right? So these are some of the characters which we always try to incorporate into the genetically modified crops. Now if we talk about pest resistance, there has always been a crop developed with pest resistance property, example of which is BT cotton, right? Then high nutritional value is example of which is a golden rice. This rice is rich in vitamin A, right? Increased shelf life example is the production of GMO, that is flavor saver tomato. GMO means genetically modified organism, genetically modified product, right? Now we will see here what is BT cotton. We will see in the next slide, we will see what is BT cotton, right? So if we talk about BT cotton, what is BT cotton? Let me tell you. A bacteria named Bacillus thuringiensis. A bacteria named Bacillus thuringiensis is a bacteria that produces a toxin which has pesticide properties. It is a bacteria that produces a toxin with pesticide properties. With what? Pesticides properties, right? With what? With pesticide property. The gene of this bacteria can be isolated from the bacteria and integrated with different plants to provide them resistance against certain pests, right? So the bacteria has got a gene which is named as Cry1 gene. Cry1 gene. The Cry1 gene of Bacillus thuringiensis produces protein that is responsible for insecticidal activities. Cry1 gene of Bacillus thuringiensis produces a protein that has insecticidal properties. Right? This protein kills this Cry1 gene protein targets, to whom it targets, you can write here, it targets mosquitoes, flies, yes, it targets mosquitoes, flies, lepidopterans, tobacco budworm, beetles, budworms, etc. Right? Now the bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis produces these protein crystals which contain the insecticidal activity. Right? So this protein is produced. The crystal does not kill the bacteria as the Bt toxin present exists as an inactive protein in the bacteria. So this protein which is produced by, see, this is a bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis. It has got a gene, Cry1 gene, which produces a protein. And what is the name of the protein we call? The name of the protein is the toxin. That toxin, we call the toxin which remains inactive. This protein remains what? Inactive. Right? The crystal produces inactive protein. We call it inactive protein. We call it what? We call it protoxins. We call it protoxins. Right? And in the bacteria, this Cry1 gene is present inside bacteria. So this gene will produce a protein which is inactive inside bacteria. We call it protoxins. Right? And to get activated, it requires a alkaline pH. Right? For activation, alkaline pH is required. Right? Once inside the body of the insect, the alkaline pH of the gut activates the protoxin and the crystal becomes soluble in the insect guts. Now, suppose this is a plant with Bt cotton. Let me draw another slide. So suppose, no, let me first complete this flow chart here. Okay. Now, for alkaline pH, what it is required for activation of toxin, it requires alkaline pH. Now, once inside the body of the insect, once inside the body of insect, inside the insect's body, the alkaline pH of the gut activates the protoxin. Alkaline pH of the gut activates the protoxin. Activates the protoxin. And crystal becomes soluble. Right? This protoxin will now change to toxin. And what is this? What this toxin will do? This toxin will bind to the epithelial lining of the gut. Epithelial lining of the it binds to the epithelial lining of the gut cell and create pores. Right? Which causes the cell to swell and lyse, leading to cell death. Clear? Yes. So if I draw this mechanism, what is the mechanism here? Let me draw it with a green color. Say this is a cotton plant. Just type here, okay? This is a cotton plant. Now this cotton plant is having a bacteria. What we call that? We call this bacteria as a, now see, this is a cotton plant. Now this plant has got a T plasmid or Ti plasmid of the bacterium as Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Let me draw this bacteria here. This is a bacteria. The name of this bacteria is Agrobacterium. What we have done in this Agrobacterium, this is a bacterial chromosomal DNA and this is one plasmid, and this plasmid we call it Ti plasmid. Right? What we do, Agrobacterium enters this cotton plant. Right? What it do? It insert to this cotton plant. Agrobacterium enters the cotton plant. Right? Now what it is happening, if this is, let me draw a plant cell here. Let me draw a plant cell. This is a plant cell. This is a plant cell, right? Now this is plant's own material. Now here we have inserted the DNA, and this is supposed nucleus of the plant cell. This is what? Nucleus. Now in this nucleus, what will you see? You will see the inserted tDNA. Right? What will you see? Inserted T, and this yellow color one is the inserted tDNA. Right? Now what is happening, if any worms come and feed the cotton plant, say this is a worm which is coming. This is a worm feeding on cotton plant. So this worm feeding on cotton. This is a worm feeding on cotton plant. What it will do, initially the inactive protoxin, with the toxin which was secreted in inactive form, gets activated in the alkaline pH of the bollworm gut. Yes, what is happening now? You can say here what it is getting. It is getting the inactive prototoxins gets activated. The inactive prototoxin gets activated in the alkaline pH of the alkaline pH of the gut insect's gut. Right? Now which causes what? The bollworm dies due to which creates, as a result of which it creates pores, as a result of which pores are created, leading to lysis of the cells. Right? So this is what is the Bt cotton. This is what is the Bt cotton. Right? Clear everyone? This is what is the Bt cotton, how it works. Right?